of the Yellow Jackets, who come into tonight's game of the week undefeated, a record of 9-0, marching onto their home field, trying to finish off a perfect regular season. It's senior night for the Yellow Jackets. They just dropped a spot in the playoff rankings. We've got a great matchup. Bryson Wright, Samarian Wingo, number ones on their teams, and two of the top receivers in the area battling it out. A big-time matchup for both of these squads, and we have it live on Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Noah Schlicks up alongside Brody McGuff. Brody, pleasure to be with you, calling tonight's action.
Yes, it is, man. And just what a night for some football. It's got some cold air. It's finally creeping in the Florida area, and both teams just highly ranked teams in the area, and both have strong aspirations of state championships this year. And, you know, just an exciting matchup between the two football teams. This is a what-if conversation that turned into a football game, it feels like, and just very pumped up to call this football game with you, Noah.
Brody, what are some of the keys to the game tonight for both of these teams?
I think both of these teams, I mean, first off, it's going to be a physical football team. These are two very well-coached football teams, and they got to be physical on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And St. Augustine, they got to get their weapons, the ball in open space. You got to establish some type of run game, obviously, and get the ball to their weapons in open space. Take some shots to Wingo up the sideline. Try to test that corner for Mandarin. Brody Jennings, see if he can get some work on him. It's going to be some high-level matchup at the skill positions for both sides. Mandarin, they got to run the football as well. I think they should lean on it a little bit more than St. Aug will have to, and obviously throw some receiver screens, get their playmakers the ball in open space. Very similar teams offensively. Defensively, Mandarin, they got to keep their safeties over top of these lethal threats in the receiving game for St. Augustine. They also have two halfbacks that like to roll around in the passing game as well. So just a lot of speed on that St. Augustine offense that Mandarin needs to stay over the top of. And St. Augustine's defense, but going up against that Mandarin offense, St. Aug's defense is going to need to be physical at the point of attack, set edges, spill blocks, and get in that backfield. So make them one-dimensional through the passing game. That's what they want to do, hone in on Bryson Wright and that fire offense of Mandarin. Very excited to see what these two teams do.
Yeah, and a big-time matchup, of course, between these two sides. And you look at the strengths of these teams overall talent-wise, that favors Mandarin in this contest. So how does St. Augustine make up for some of that gap? They have players on their team that are high-quality players, but 1 through 22, it's a little bit different. How do they make up for that gap, especially on the line of scrimmage?
Well, they got to play some more disciplined football than Mandarin tonight. They don't have the talent to get away with some unnecessary flags or unnecessary procedures going wrong this game. But St. Augustine, they need to play some disciplined football. Defensively, they need to be gap sound on the D-line. Linebackers filling in those gaps, making sure they don't get that run game running too well. And on offense, they got to block well and just be on their P's and Q's tonight. They just got to execute at a very high level against this Mandarin team. If you want a shot to beat this Mandarin team, you have to have execution A+ in that ball game. And St. Augustine looking to do that tonight as they come running through the banner.
The sirens are sounding. Let's take a listen as the Yellow Jackets enter the field. It is a packed house at St. Augustine High School. Fans and traffic still filing in. There's a traffic jam that we can't see the end of right now on the road leading into St. Augustine. The St. Aug crowd, they've filled in their home stands. A good showing on the Mandarin side as well. Going to be standing room only type of game tonight. Big energy, big time hype surrounding this contest. Not too many better matchups in the area this entire season.
Yeah, I think this is one of the most highly anticipated matchups that we have called this season. Again, both teams looking for state championships this year. They're both state caliber championship type of teams. They'll be battling back and forth tonight. There's going to be a bunch of shots just going back and forth. And I expect the whole 48 minutes, maybe even some overtime tonight.
Hey, I wouldn't be opposed to that, Brody. We've seen some tight contests this year, some good games, and this one should be no different. Mandarin getting set to kick this one away to the Yellow Jackets. And we are getting set for some Thursday night lights on Action Sports Jacks 24/7 in our Whataburger Game of the Week, one of 2 games of the week this week, as we travel over to Lake City, Columbia tomorrow for Bulls and the Tigers. And here at St. Augustine, we are moments away from getting started. Right on schedule, 7 o'clock kickoff. Bit of a chill in the air tonight. Brody McGuff, 62 degrees at kickoff. Going to get down into the 50s as the opening kick is away, brought in, but there is a flag, and we're going to be kicking again.
Yeah, it just looks like an offsides on the Mandarin Mustangs kickoff unit. Not exactly sure which one did it, but that's what it's going to be. The refs point towards the Mandarin side.
Makari Spencer back to return, alongside, I believe, Karan Robinson. That is actually Trendell Anderson.
Tonight's game is proudly supported by the Jacket Athletic Booster Club.
So they back him up 5 yards for the opening kick.
Yellow Jacket student athletes by becoming a sponsor.
Here at Joey Wiles and Walt Slater Field.
Every contribution makes a difference.
Mandarin comes into this one, the number 10 team in the state, with a record of 8-1. Just secured their 4th straight district championship with a win over Oakleaf. St. Augustine, the number 13 team in the state. Not often you see a matchup like this. As the kick is away, it's scooped up, and here comes the run back past the 30-yard line. Falls Trendell Anderson, and the Yellow Jackets will take over around the 32. So out comes this Yellow Jacket offense led by Brenton James at quarterback. We were talking to Coach Brian Braddock earlier this week. Brody asked him to compare him to another quarterback, and he said, I compare him to a point guard, actually. Talk about what he does so well in this offense.
Yeah, he just does everything well. First off, he's got just all the intangibles for QB: legs, arm. He's got all the talent, but he's a point guard because he distributes to every receiver on the field as well, including his halfbacks.
They start with the handoff here, and it's going nowhere. Stop back behind the line of scrimmage, Jarrell Preston. That's going to be a loss of 3. Call it 4, actually.
Mandarin's D-line just got in the backfield on that play. No room for that halfback to go anywhere. That'll be a tackle for loss to start this offensive drive for the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets.
That's a big storyline to watch in this game. Is St. Augustine going to be able to establish a run game, something that's been a little inconsistent at times this year? Play action. James with time. Looking at the sideline. Dangerous and out of bounds. This is a team that St. Augustine, the majority of their offense, the best part of their offense comes through the air. It's a team that's passed for at least 200 yards and multiple touchdowns every game of the season, a rarity in high school football. At times, though, the run game been a little lifty. They haven't rushed for 100 yards each of their last 2 games, though they did rush for 3 touchdowns last time out against Ridgeview. They're going to need to be balanced, though, tonight, I feel like.
Yes, they will be. They got to execute in small margins, and they're already here backed up behind the sticks on 3rd down.
3rd down and 14 yards to go. 3-man rush. James lets go of a dump-off pass. And going up to the 35-yard line, Tulio Santiago met with a big hit. And Mandarin fired up as it looks like they just got themselves a 3-and-out.
Yeah, that's a great open field tackle by number 7, Damian Bridges, the cornerback for Mandarin. Fitting really hard right there after that drag route was caught by Santiago. Santiago is one lethal runner after the catch. He can make you miss at any time. And right there, that's a crucial tackle for this Mandarin defense. And St. Aug's looking to punt.
4th down and 6. Bryson Wright back to return, and he is a weapon whenever he touches the football. Even when he doesn't have the football, you always got eyes on him, the sophomore playmaker. Delay of game, I believe, goes against St. Augustine. He's a guy that maybe you think twice about kicking to. He's got multiple returns on punts that have gone for touchdowns this season.
Most teams do try to kick it away from him.
It's a line drive kick brought in by Wright on the 38. Gets past the original hit, but brought down on the Mandarin 43.
For the Mustangs, where he's met by the swarm of Yellow Jackets on top.
First down and 10. Mandarin comes out on their own 44-yard line. Annis releases a quick pass. Weiss dropped it. Incomplete. Knox Annis has had some ups and downs this season, but a very talented sophomore quarterback, Brody.
Yes, he is, and he's a gunslinger at heart. Really good QB for the sophomore class. Playing some good football this year right there. They go to a curl route to the long side of the field. Just falls incomplete, and I'll bring up second down.
The sophomore stands at 6'3", 205. Incredible arm talent. 16 touchdowns and 1,600 yards this season. Annis, let's go with a pass, caught by Bryson Wright, turns around and picks up the first down. First catch of the night for Wright, the top wide receiver, one of the top players in the class of 2028. Enters this game. That now puts him over 800 receiving yards on the season. He's got 7 touchdowns too.
Yeah, right there. They just hit him in the flat over there. That's a smaller hitch route on that play.
First down and 10. Carry near the line of scrimmage, down around the 46.
Knox Annis with the keeper. It's met by a swarm of Yellow Jackets that'll bring up a second down Mustang.
Second down and 11. Annis motions a man out to the left. Quick pass to the outside to the 40-yard line. Will Jones.
Man, you're doing a good job of working the flat game right now. That's 3 throws to the flat so far in this ball game.
Will Jones in the reception for the Mustangs, where he's forced out of bounds on the far side of the field. That'll bring up a third down.
Third down and 6. Annis, let's go with a shot. Looking for Weiss. He's got him! Inside the 5-yard line he goes. It'll be first and goal.
Deion Weiss, his speedster, was running down his right sideline. DB had good coverage and positioning when that ball was in the air, but Deion Weiss just so fast, ran right by him, and that's a great ball by Knox Annis to put it in there.
First and goal on the 3.
Davon Jenkins for the Jackets. First down Mustangs.
Timeout on the field. .23 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Mandarin knocking on the door. Brody, what do the Mustangs do here on the goal line?
I think they just go with the run, man. Just try to punch it in on the 1 yard, or what seems about the 3-yard line, 4-yard line over there. Really good job drive to start. They started with the flat pass game in the beginning, just throwing some quick throws, getting Knox Annis warmed up, and then they dial up the deep shot and got downfield. Really good job offensively for the Mustangs this drive.
This is a St. Augustine defense that at times this year has struggled. After allowing the big play, they're in the shadow of their own end zone. Wildcat formation This is Foster. Takes the snap, running right, flag on the field. So first down and goal now from the 8. Nobody wide right. Hands it off. Foster stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really good showing for the St. Augustine front 7 right there. Really good tackle at the around the line of scrimmage right there. Making Mandarin earn this red zone trip.
Chandler, what did you say? Text it to me. I can barely hear.
Second down. Running left. Foster breaks in for a touchdown. Mandarin strikes first with 7:35 on the clock.
Yeah, really good job for blocking and sealing that edge on the O-line for the Mandarin Mustangs. Halfback found the left side and just walked into the end zone. Really good opening drive out of this Mustangs offense. Really good job just scrapping it into the end zone. And Mandarin will strike first.
You saw that offensive line really outside of one play. They dominated on that drive.
Yeah, and that's a factor going into this game. Mandarin is a very physical unit on both sides of the line.
PAT is up and good, and the Mustangs on the board first. It's 7-0. We're going to take a 30-second break. Back after this on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz. Every Friday, the only live streaming show in Jacksonville dedicated to high school football. Streaming on Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Then we're packing all the highlights into a 30-minute show, Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, and streaming on Action Sports Jacks 24/7, Friday at 10:30 on Fox 30. Sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome back to St. Augustine. Mandarin getting set to kick off. They now lead 7-0.
For all your latest Yellow Jacket apparel, shirts,
They go down the field, big play to Tion Weiss. And Seanquez Foster into the end zone.
To show your jacket pride, be sure to visit
Pooch
the
kick
Jacket
right
Store,
here,
conveniently
up in the
located
sky, hauled in
inside the concession
on the
stand.
28-yard
Gear up
line.
and support your Yellow Jackets today.
And now out comes St. Augustine. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 28. Brody, where do they need to improve here on the second drive?
Well, they just had three downs last drive. They went 3 and out. That's a quick drive for the offense of the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets. But right here, I think they need to, get the receivers in open space, get some receiver screens going, see if they can out-physical them on the perimeter, and, keep trying on that run game, but it's definitely going to be a tall task.
Flag on the play, and it's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. And this is something that they talked about coming into this game. They cannot afford to have penalties like that, put themselves behind the sticks, and on defense, they can't be giving up first downs. Puts them in a big-time disadvantage against a team like Mandarin.
No, they can't. Being the less talented team tonight, they got to be on their P's and Q's discipline-wise and execution-wise. Right there, pre-snap penalty. Start behind the sticks before first down even happened.
Flag still on the field. They got to go pick that up. James Hands it off. Moving forward for around 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Preston on the carry for the Jackets, where he's met in the hole by
James,
number 44.
a solid run right there, and some better blocking
Corey Matthews,
for the Yellow Jacket O-line right there. Pretty much getting it back to around 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 on this 2nd down.
James motions a man in to the left side. Let's go of a quick pass to Samorian Wingo. Wingo spins around for the 1st down to the 40-yard line. Give him the 41.
Wingo's going to have to play a big role tonight if St. Augustine wants to get the win. Need to feed Wingo the ball and let him make some plays in open field.
First down, Jackets.
Right there, big play for St. Augustine.
1st and 10, rolling left. James fires in there. Plenty of space. Anderson past the 30. Turning around, still going inside the 20. Hit by right at the 15. It's a big play for the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that's a big thing that St. Aug likes to do. They like to move around their halfbacks and let them run some routes, whether that's at the halfback position or the slot. Right there, they hit Anderson wide open across the middle. He takes it for a big extra gain. Really good job right there by the Yellow Jackets offense. And now they're inside the Mandarin 20.
And this is a Mandarin defense that's missing a big-time player in Darius Jackson. That inside linebacker spot to the end zone, over the head of Anderson. And that play right there looked like a miscommunication over the middle of the field.
On the defensive side of the ball,
Yeah, it might have
23,
been.
Kyrie
Brent James
Wilson.
went out to the right side looking for Anderson on that out route. Some good coverage by the Mandarin DB.
2nd down coming up for the Jackets.
6 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. It's 7-0 Mandarin, but a big play for St. Augustine has them inside the red zone. Handing it off. Working inside the 5. Down at the 4 is Preston.
Nick Preston on the carry, number 18, Mario Pratt.
Both running backs for St. Augustine play such a crucial role in this offense, and I feel like if you're a new viewer of this football team, you're seeing it already. Hitting Anderson on that big pass play earlier, and James been taking the workload on the running game this whole drive.
A heavy box from Mandarin. Both Santiago and Wingo one-on-one. That's with Tamaj Mitchell and Brody Jennings. Some really good matchups there on the outside. 3rd down and 1. On the 4-yard line, they hand it off, up the middle, and breaking into the end zone is Preston. That didn't take long, just a couple minutes for a St. Augustine response.
Good drive right there for the Yellow Jackets. Capitalizing on that big play from earlier. Hitting some good runs. Then punching it in finally at the end of that drive. Good answer for the Yellow Jackets. And after this PAT, if it's made, we got ourselves a tie ball game.
An impressive response to that 3-and-out. The PAT from La Presse is up and good. And just like that, it's 7-7 after a couple touchdowns. Brought to you by Bono's Pit Barbecue. Real pit barbecue since 1949. Brody McGuff, what a start to this game. Some early fireworks from each of these sides.
Yeah, you've seen the big plays from each side, and you see the very small margin to execute as they get close to the end zone, as both these defenses play really good red zone defense. We're just seeing a matchup of the All-Stars. It feels like these are just two very stacked teams going against each other. Mandarin landed the first blow, then St. Augustine answered.
High school football on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is presented by That One Painter First Coast. That painter you need, we're the one. Republic Services, RecyclingSimplified.com, Nimnik Buick GMC, Nobody But Nimnik, Jaguars Prep, and Baker Sports. Mandarin having one of their better seasons in program history this year, led by head coach Toby Bullock in his 4th season as the head man over at Mandarin. Clinched their 4th straight district title 2 seed in the region right now, top 10 team in the state. An impressive group trying to finish it off with a big road win. Here's the return. Jones gets it up to around the 23-yard line. So now back out comes a Mandarin offense that had themselves quite that opening drive, Brody.
Yeah, they did, and they didn't run the ball as much in the beginning, but they capped it off on the run game. But really good job by Knox Annis in this passing game, getting their playmakers the ball in open space on the outside and then taking that deep shot down the sideline.
5:22 to go as we hit the first water break of the game. 7-7 is our score in the first quarter. And Brody, you mentioned there they didn't run the ball very much that first drive, but for Mandarin, that has been a huge strength of the offense this season. They've rushed for over 200 yards in 4 straight games.
Yeah, so that's a really good sign for them that they can get the passing game going. St. Augustine, on the other hand, they're sitting there like, well, we need to stop this passing game early because that running game's going to come in, and we don't want them to become very two-dimensional on us, and it'll be a very tough offense to stop in this Mandarin team. If Mandarin gets that passing game going early and then they start running some runs, they'll be looking really good. Every team wants to be balanced. Mandarin has a great opportunity to keep making that happen this drive.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Annis, the quarterback, had himself quite that first drive, highlighted by the big pass up the right side to Tion Weish. Sends a man in motion. Fakes the give to Wilson, takes it himself, and is stopped for a 1-yard loss. A lot going on in that play, and a nice job there by St. Augustine with the eye discipline.
Yeah, they did a really good job boxing that run, making sure it stays in the middle. Really good job on that D-line, just collapsing that pocket. Now bring up a 2nd down behind the sticks for Mandarin.
2nd down and 11. Bryson Wright out there on that left side. Tion Weish on the other. Tough combo for a defense to handle as Kyrie Wilson again, and he is stopped for another 1-yard loss. Kyrie Wilson, a guy who's been having some impressive performances here lately, averaging over 10 yards per carry this season. Nothing doing right there.
Yeah, another good fit by that front 7 of St. Augustine right there. Bottling up the run once again. And now it's going to come to a 3rd and long. St. Augustine loves to be in this situation defensively.
Third down and 12. 3:59 on the clock. Annis hit from behind, breaks through the first sack. Now tucks and runs. Knox Annis gets the first down. What a play by the sophomore.
St. Augustine got pressure there. They sent the stunt, wrapped around that nose tackle to the outside. It looked like somebody got free on that right side. Don't remember who, but he got in the backfield, caused Knox Annis to step up. Then he broke a tackle in the middle of the field, found some room. That's just a really good playmaking ability right there from Knox Annis, and that's just stuff that the sophomore quarterback could bring to any offense.
First down and 10. The Mustangs offense has been moving, but right there, going to be a delay of game, backing it up 5 yards, making it 1st and 15. First down, 15. Running left, Wilson breaks through, picks up about 10.
Solid run right there.
Wilson on the carry for the Mustangs.
He's a speedy back, Brody.
Yes, he is, and He hit the edge there, found some good room.
Second down coming
Now
up.
it's going to bring up a second down and 5. The play calling for the offensive Mandarin is wide open on this down.
Second down, around 5 yards to go. Annis releases a pass. It's caught by Will Jones. Going to be a couple yards shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, motion Will Jones out there to the right side. Had him run a little quick out route. Getting this third down inside, third down and 5. What Mandarin wanted out of that. Good little set of play to get to this third down.
Third down and 2. And that's going to
Timeout Mustang.
lead to a timeout called by Mandarin. Brody, third down and 2. What do you think the Mustangs are looking towards in a short yardage situation?
I think they're looking for the run up the middle to one of their backs. Just get this first down. Even if they get close to it, they can still go for it since they're around midfield. Just depends how risky they want to be early in this football game. Got some options, though. They got playmakers on the outside and in the slot. They can run a quick out, quick in route.
You feel like the run game, St. Augustine has kind of done a nice job of slowing down here the second time out compared to that first possession.
Yes, they have. And you saw it on the beginning of this drive. This is the second third down. St. Augustine has held Mandarin to. Definitely searching for a stop for them. Mandarin looking for a first down.
It'll be third down and 2. They hand it off. Wilson up the middle, picks up the first down across the 50-yard line to the 48.
Wilson a speedy back, but right there, some tough physical running.
Wilson on the carry. Initial contact made by
Really good job by him. Shake that first tackle and secure that first down. Set up a new set of sticks for this Mustangs offense.
It'll be first down and 10. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Knotted up at 7. Mandarin's offense yet to be slowed down. Annis, quick pass. Weiss makes a man miss. He could be gone to the 20, to the 10. Tion Weiss is in for 6.
They like those small hitch routes on the outside to start this game. They hit it again right there to Tion Weiss. The DB that was on Tion Weiss had a slip in. When you slip on trying to guard a guy like Weiss, he is out of there. That is a fast receiver, and you saw it right there. Mustangs hitting on some big plays and executing early.
One thing that St. Augustine talked about coming into this game, their big key points on defense, make them sustain drives, keep away from those big plays. That has not been the case so far. Mandarin with some explosive plays and 14 points on the board. Another touchdown brought to you by Bono's Real Pit Barbecue since 1949. 1:07 on the clock in the first quarter. $14-7 our score.
Sunburst Crystal is a proud sponsor of the Yellow Jackets. Come see us at 16 St. George Street.
Medovich to kick this one off. Another sky kick, fair catch on the 32. Is this something where maybe they're not looking to kick it to Anderson, or are they maybe trying to cause some chaos there with one of those short kicks, Brody?
I would think it's more they don't want to kick it to Anderson. I mean, St. Augustine's got a lot of speed, and Anderson might be the fastest guy on the team. So never a bad idea to take the ball away from their playmakers on one more play to start each and one of these drives.
Back out comes the St. Augustine offense. That first one 3 and out, but then a big drive last time, highlighted by the big play from Trendell Anderson, and then the Durrell Preston touchdown. Play action off the hands of Wingo. Brenton James missed him on a quick curl route.
Yeah, a little bit. Not the best throw right there. Wingo tried to get a hand on it. He might have just tipped that ball. They'll fall incomplete and bring up a second down. That's the same play that got them going earlier on their first touchdown drive.
Second and 10. Run up the middle for about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. Got to think they're looking for Wingo, or maybe trying to get Julio Santiago involved here.
Preston on the carry, where he's stopped by number 9.
Yeah, I'd agree right there. Anderson, Santiago. Anderson looks like he's in the slot over there.
We got a T-shirt gun down there. Back on the field, play action, taking a shot down for Wingo, and flags flying all over the place. One at the line of scrimmage, and then holding pass interference on Wingo. I think they're going to offset.
Yeah, a lot going on there. There was a line of scrimmage flag, which usually you would think that's on St. Augustine, and then this jot downfield. Looks like Wingo's getting held a little bit by the DB.
Just a tiny bit.
Let's see what the White Hat has to say about that one.
A false start against St. Augustine and holding against the defense, so both will offset. We'll play it again, 3rd down and 8. I think that one went against Santiago, because saw one of the coaches down there didn't seem too happy there with the senior receiver.
Yeah, definitely don't want no more false starts. I think they've had 2 or 3 so far in this ball game. St. Augustine trying to clean that up, execute a little bit better.
Well, I'd be wrong to think the matchup to watch right here is Keon Herring versus Trendell Anderson there in the slot. We'll see. James feeling heat, shakes out of it, rolling right, steps up, throws downfield, out of bounds. And with 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, St. Augustine will have to punt it away.
Really good job by Mandarin's D-line containing Brenton James, making sure he doesn't get out of there and get a run play out of that. Again, Brenton James, a very lethal runner, got some speed on him. That's what Mandarin wants to do on 3rd downs. Keep him in that pocket, bottle him up, let their DBs work downfield. Just an all-around great defensive play for the Mustangs.
A low snap, picked up off the ground. They're still able to get the punt away, and my goodness, it's a bomb. Still rolling down to the 19-yard line. How about that? Goodness gracious.
That was a boot.
When you have a snap like that, you're happy just to get the punt away. To have a punt like that is something else, Brody. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Back after these messages, it's currently 14-7 Mandarin on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning. 12 hours a day, breakfast served. 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Imagine marina life around what truly matters.
Start of the second quarter now on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. It's 14-7 Mandarin. Mustangs with the football. They start with the run. Foster driving forward to the 25-yard line. Looks like it'll be a gain of 6 or 7 on the play.
Mandarin likes to rotate a few backs in that backfield to let them get their own carries. Foster, I think, the most physical of the bunch. Really solid run there on that first down play.
Another run up the middle. This one going to be around a yard short of the first down.
Another solid run there. Some tough playing right there from both sides of the ball. Mandarin O-line getting a good push on that St. Augustine D-line. Good fit by the St. Augustine linebackers, swarming to that football and forcing them to a third down and short play.
Coming up for the Mustangs.
3rd and 1. 3 men wide to the left. They go up the middle with the run. On that second effort, a nice job driving forward, picking up the first down.
Yeah,
Seanquez Foster.
Almost had him wrapped up in the backfield, but that's Foster just tough running for you, figuring out a way to get that first down and moving the chains for the Mustangs.
First down, Mustangs.
These stands have filled in, Brody. I don't think there's an empty seat here on the St. Augustine side, and on the Mandarin side of things, nearly completely full in those big visitors' bleachers. Got standing room only there on the fence. What a showing tonight for this matchup.
Oh, yeah, it's a very big matchup, big-time game, and the fans have showed out for both sides.
1st and 10. Set up on their own 33 are the Mustangs. Knox Annis taking a shot, looking for right. Just missed him. He had Julio Santiago beat.
St. Augustine just letting their corners stay one-on-one with Bryson Wright. That might not be the smartest thing to do all night. But I think St. Augustine's just like, they got so much talent. Let's just try our best to win our one-on-one matchups. Right there, Knox Annis just missing the throw and bringing up a second down.
Yeah, they got Santiago out there right now, a wide receiver who's recorded only 2 tackles this season. Did have a pick 6 against Bartram Trail. I think they're just hoping his speed will match up with Wright, give him a chance. St. Aug brings a blitz. Annis goes down. Back around the 27-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, big-time sack for St. Augustine right there in that 2nd and 10 play. Sending some heat off that right side of the O-line for Mandarin. O-line wasn't ready for it. Maybe missed a block or 2. Really good job by this Yellow Jackets front 7 getting that backfield and forcing a 3rd down and long. Last time we were here in this type of situation for Mandarin, Knox Annis had a big-time run. See what they do here.
3rd down and 16. Large motion, 1 second on the play clock. Get it off just in time. Annis steps forward in the pocket. He's hit again, and he's brought down again at the line of scrimmage. St. Augustine starting to get pressure in there in the backfield. That's back-to-back quarterback hits. 1 sack and 1 tackle there right on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, just another really good job out of St. Augustine's blitz package right there, getting the backfield. There was pressure off the right. Knox Annis had to step up and just got clogged up in the middle. What's the best way to stop all this firepower Mandarin has? Get after the QB and put some pressure on him. St. Augustine's going to want to do that as much as they can tonight.
Before the punt. Looks like a regular punt formation. There's the kick. High in the air. Going to drop down on the 43. Takes a St. Augustine bounce and is down on the Yellow Jacket 48. Maybe the 49. 7-point game, 8:09 to go in the second quarter. Brody McGuff seems like a pretty evenly matched contest so far.
Yeah, we've seen some good offensive plays for both sides and some really solid defensive plays for both sides. This is the type of football we were expecting tonight. Again, you got to operate in small margins. St. Augustine looking to move the ball here, starting in really good field position.
First down and 10 on their own 49, right at midfield. James looking downfield, doesn't see anything, now tries to improvise. Running left, and he's sent out of bounds around the 46-yard line. That was close to being a flag there on that far side of the field.
St. Augustine trying to beat this man coverage for some rub routes or some looping routes from these receivers, especially on the bottom of the screen right here, Santiago and Anderson. Santiago ran a slant. Anderson ran a wheel, trying to break that man-to-man coverage. Mandarin just doing a really good job with their DBs.
Anderson's an interesting player. He's kind of like that flex.
Yeah.
That athlete on your offense. Gets a pass hauled in at the 50-yard line, breaks up to the 45. Not bad timing there.
Yeah, and right there, they're going back to that crisscross they've been running a lot. They made it look like they're going to crisscross, but then Anderson went flat. That's going to confuse the Mandarin DBs a little bit. Good job right there, and great play call for St. Augustine, making this third down manageable.
Anderson, 338 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground with 294 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air. He does it all on this offense. Offered by Bethune-Cookman. Brenton James, under pressure, is hit and sacked.
Really good job by Mandarin getting pressure up the middle. Nowhere for Brent James to really go.
And that's Kindred Outland. Now 4.5 sacks for him this season. Recently offered by Syracuse, and he has been a monster on that defensive line.
Yeah, he showed it right there. Really good job by him to get in the backfield.
Came into this game with 15.5 tackles for loss. The junior, 6'3", 255. He is a weapon on this defense. 6 minutes, 37 seconds to play in the second quarter. St. Augustine, another low snap, and a dribbler that's picked up. Could be some room to work with. Up around the 43-yard line, Luke Pettigrew picked it up on the 50-yard line. Got it to the 43.
Yeah, low snap. Punter's trying to get it off. Didn't kick it well at all. And Mandarin picked it up and got a little return out of it. Almost had a lane to take it to the house. And now Mandarin has great starting field position on their drive.
On to the water break in the second quarter. Mandarin with great field position when we come back on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'm really grateful to FSCJ for giving me the opportunity to be the best version of myself.
We offer our students a gateway to the future.
It's such a great place to be, and the community is amazing. It's awesome here, and I love it.
Back at St. Augustine High School in Joey Wiles, Walt Salter Field. The Mandarin Mustangs with the football after another defensive stop. Set up on the St. Augustine 43-yard line. A great spot now for Mandarin as St. Augustine is making some uncharacteristic mistakes early in this game. This is a team right now that comes in 13th in the state, the 2 seed in their region behind Choctaw, who's 12th in the state, sit less and 0.4 points behind. They need this win to get that 1 seed. Down the field, Annis looking for right, tried to haul it in with one hand, unsuccessfully.
The developing play looked like it was there.
This is the time of the year, Brody, where we're talking a lot about the playoffs. Second down and 10. Mandarin also they're a top 10 team in the state. They're number 2 in their region, maybe the toughest region in the state. They're behind Buchholz. Chance of them catching them. There is a chance if they win this game, but not very likely. Big matchup, though, for both of these teams in terms of momentum going into the playoffs as Foster breaks down inside the 30-yard line, and that's a first down Mustangs. But you talk about the effects of this game for St. Augustine. You feel like they need it more with that realistic chance at grabbing a 1 seed.
Yeah, they do, and I think both teams this game really matters, playoffs or not. They both want to beat each other really bad, especially because they know how good the other side is. But yes, St. Aug could use it a little bit more in their playoff race.
Mandarin in control right now. They go back to the ground, and another good carry. Foster, he's such a strong back. He gets hit, and he picks up another 3-4 yards.
Yeah, that's 2 runs back-to-back. Him just showing that he's a tough running back, and he can clang and bang with the biggest of them all.
Clang and bang, I love that.
Really good job by him. Keep pounding through these tackles. Mandarin's loving that.
I feel like I'm normally the one coming up with those quips on here. That was a nice little one from Brody McGuff.
I try my best sometimes.
Tally one up on the scoreboard. Second down and 6. Back to Foster. Trying to get to the 20-yard line. He's going to be down to the 21. Third down and short, and Mandarin they're doing such a good job staying ahead of the sticks, staying on schedule offensively, Brody.
Yeah, they've had just, maybe 1 or 2 minor miscues here, but all in all, doing a good job offensively, just staying ahead schedule, moving the sticks, and figuring out ways to get these first downs. Right now, they're leaning on the run game. See if they still try to run it here to get this first.
And Mandarin got him to jump off sides. Another mistake there from St. Augustine. You know that coaching staff not going to be happy on that sideline. Brian Braddock talked to him on Monday, and he said, if we're giving them free first downs, we don't stand a chance. They cannot make mistakes like that.
Yeah, they just gave one right there. They've been blitzing that nickel star position a lot this game. That's why they begin some pressure on Knox Annis. Right there, he falls off sides, trying to blitz and get in that backfield on that third down, and now it resets the sticks for Mandarin's offense.
First down and 10 inside the red zone. Foster. Ball's out. Who's got it? St. Augustine celebrating. It's Yellow Jacket football.
It's a big-time turnover and a big-time moment of this game. Andrew knocking on the door to get up 2 scores before a half, and they get the ball at half as well. St. Augustine recovering that fumble. Big play for them, and now they have a chance to go drive downfield.
Did that ball come out on the exchange of the handoff, or was it because
it looked like he was tripping?
Annis fell down. I'm not sure exactly when that ball came out, but a massive mistake inside the red zone that gives St. Augustine some life towards the end of the first half. I mean, that was a chance for Mandarin to get a touchdown, go up 2 scores. They received to start the second half.
That's a big-time moment in this football game.
And now a chance for St. Augustine to go and tie it up. Brenton James, screen pass, and it is eaten up.
Rudy, you want to sit here?
3:43 to go in that first half. The big dogs are eating there on the outside, Brody.
Yeah, really good job right there, just sniffing out that screen and making sure nothing big comes out of it. It seems like every time St. Augustine gets the ball, they start behind the sticks. They're doing it here on 2nd and long.
James rolling to his right. Let's go with a pass, and oh, what a hit! Keon Gator Herring laid the wood.
Incomplete.
Wow.
Yeah, what a tackle by him. That's everybody's dream tackle right there. Getting a good wrap up, putting the shoulder on him, and getting him in the air. And
driving him down.
oh, yeah, there it is right there. Good job by him. And now St. Augustine got a deep third down.
That's going to be on the highlight reel.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Third down, 13. James looks up the left side for Wingo. And that's a PI.
Big hit laid by Bryson Wright.
The question was it early? Could have also been some grabbing there from Tamaj Mitchell.
Now a little bit of banter going back and forth with Bryson Wright and Wingo after that play. That's a matchup we'd like to see, that ball in the air. Who can get it? And that's going to give St. Augustine a crucial first down. I mean, they were just throwing it up to Wingo and hoping he can make a play. That's about all they had. And right there, a big-time flag comes in for the Yellow Jackets.
It'll be first down and 10. Yellow Jackets on their own 27-yard line. .309 to play in the second quarter. Heavy blitz now from Mandarin. They run the football, and Darrell Preston is brought down after a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Yep. Trying to get that run game going to Preston, trying to get some yardage, put some dents into this yardage they got to cover. Just a really good job fitting for Mandarin's defense. That front seven's a tough one to go against.
Extra receiver in the formation, Caden Smith. Shotgun, play action. Down the field. Incomplete. St. Augustine.
He caught it.
Oh, he caught it. What?
Oh my gosh, that was perfect coverage by Brody Jennings. Literally perfect. He was on his near hip, turned his head to the QB, put his hand in the air, swatted it up in the air. Wingo just made a play on it. Wow.
Unbelievable. 2:26 on the clock. James lets it go over the middle. That is also caught. That is, oh my goodness, that's a Sports Center top 10 play right there.
We're seeing some highlights.
That thing up in the air. I'm calling it incomplete. I thought people were yelling about pass interference. How did he catch that football? Second down and 4. James gets it batted down. Is the ball live? No, it is not. Incomplete. It'll be third down and 4.
Incomplete. Third down coming up for the Jackets.
A lot happening there in that play.
I'm trying to get a tell on their blitzes, and they're not. I thought they were sending.
I'm still in all that catch.
Yeah,
by
me too. That's why,
Wingo.
that's why I didn't say much after that.
That's why he's going to Miami.
Yeah, there's a reason. Just finds a way to get the ball, man. Unreal. The amount of talent on this field is insane.
1:58 to go in the second quarter. They hand the ball off on third down, breaking a tackle, and earning that first down is Preston. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Lost 2 guys and picked up the first down.
Yeah, very physical running by Preston. Really gritty run to get that first down, just finding a way. Reset the sticks with the clock ticking under 2 minutes.
First down and 10. Play action. James lets go of a pass. Anderson is hit quickly at the 33. Time now 1:20 on the clock.
Anderson on the carry. Mario Pratt. Anderson
Brett
on the
James is
reception.
doing that rollout play to the right
Mario
side.
Pratt on the stop for the Mustangs.
Santiago looked like he was setting up for a deep out route, just trying to get something to where it give the player, whoever catches the ball on the right side, has an option to go out of bounds and stop that clock. But just really good coverage by Mandarin.
Nothing doing there on second down.
Pass intended for Santiago on the near sideline. Falls incomplete.
Clock stops 54
Third down,
seconds.
Jackets.
St. Augustine trying to drop a play to at least put a dent in this yardage to get the first down.
Third down and 11 yards to go.
Mandarin staying in that press look and that single high safety.
James under pressure, loses Outland, running left. James heaves one downfield. It's caught. It's going to be about a yard shy of a first down.
It's just another play of Brent James making something happen, using his legs to evade the tacklers in the backfield.
And a timeout with 42.4 to go. It'll be fourth down and 2. A field goal from here would be just inside 40 yards. The long this season. We haven't kicked a field goal this season, Brody.
Wow. They're not looking for 3, most likely. That PAT they kicked earlier was pretty low. St. Augustine probably trying to find a way to get in that end zone. Just not much time on the clock for them to do so. Big fourth down coming up.
4th and 2. Brody, I wouldn't run the ball. It's been inconsistent.
I don't think they're going to run the ball. Even if they were confident in their run game, they just don't have enough time to run the ball right now. Thinking they're going to try to roll out Brent James to the right side, try to hit something to flat, maybe a deep out route. Maybe just take a shot downfield. Just give your QB some options on this down. Having routes hit about every sweet spot of the field. St. Augustine bringing in a bigger package. Could be running.
4th down and 2. They do run the football, and Preston got the first down. It's about 1 yard of extra credit after getting to the sticks.
Now they're trying to line up and get another play going here.
33.7 on the clock. Now it resumes after stopping momentarily to move the chains. James gets the pass out quickly. That's caught by Smith, and he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Brian Braddock is furious. Has to spend a timeout now.
You're a football player. You know what that one's about. That's got to get out of bounds in that situation. Stop the clock.
Or just let the ball fall incomplete at that spot of the field.
I mean, he had space on the sideline to get out. He just shouldn't have turned back into the inside. Should have tried to get out of bounds there. Braddock is going to get mad at that every single time.
19.7 to play in the first half. It'll be second down, about 6 yards to go. Brody, are you taking the shots in the end zone, or are you trying to get to the sideline?
You could try to sideline again. Make sure you're telling your players if they catch the ball, get out of bounds this time.
I think they learned their lesson after that.
Yeah, Braddock was definitely fuming after that. Letting his player knows, hey, man, this is a crucial situation. The game got to get out of bounds. They could try a shot to Wingo in the end zone. But I like the matchup down here to Santiago working on Damian Bridges. Mandarin does have an extra safety, it looks like, higher back there.
Wingo's wide open. He's looking for him, and James has got him. Crossbody over the middle of the field. Doesn't matter when number 1's wide open in the end zone.
It was Brody Jennings covering him in the beginning of that route, but once he just got across, once he got to the end zone and started running across the field, he just stopped following him, and Wingo ended up wide open, and you know Brent James is going to find him every time he's that open in the end zone. Just a really good sequence in the last 5-6 minutes for St. Augustine to get that stop, get that fumble recovery on Mandarin, and drive downfield and execute at a high level to get in the end zone.
What a drive for Samori and Wingo. It's one of the catches of the year, and then finishes it off with a touchdown. 11.2 seconds to go in the first half.
St. Augustine looking to just tie this ball game up. Get that. get that PAT and get out of here at half with a tie ball game. It's everything you can imagine, though. I mean, both teams just swinging hard at each other offensively and defensively, sending a lot of heat on some big downs.
This one's going to come down to the wire.
It is, and it's just a lot of fun to watch with all this talent on the field. It feels like everybody's stepped up to and made some plays for their respective teams. Just a lot of fun. Great first half of football down here in St. Augustine.
PAT, low but true.
Point after
And
attack
it's
by the
now
Yellow Jackets is
14-14.
11 seconds left to play in the half. St. Augustine High School ties up the Mandarin.
Again, it's just a great job by St. Augustine to capitalize off that turnover with not the most time on the clock. I think there was around 3 minutes and 50 seconds when they got that turnover.
Yeah.
I mean, picture perfect. Only 11 seconds left on the clock. I'm assuming they're not going to kick it deep to any of Mandarin's playmakers. Try to get this tackle in bounds and try to get the half for them.
Want to see some great pictures?
Both teams playing some
no
high-level football tonight.
www.bluemarinacci.com and look for the Jackets Football 2025 folder. As always, support your Jacket Athletic Booster Club. They do great deeds for a great high school.
Now, the one thing you can't do here if you're St. Augustine is allow a big play on special teams as you go into the half.
Yeah, I'm really, I'd be shocked if they kicked it back there to either athlete returning the ball. Looks like Weiss and Bryson Wright down there. Just two guys you don't want to see have the ball in this situation if you're a Yellow Jacket fan.
It's Will Jones and Bryson Wright. The kick goes to Wright. Gets it on the 21. Bryson Wright to the 40-yard line. Clock's still going down to 4.3. That should be 6 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if Mandarin cares. And Nisanis has a strong arm. Do you maybe take a shot here or just take it to the half, a tie game?
Possibly, but, you know, a lot of athletes on the field. St. Augustine's got some good defenders playing some good coverage tonight.
We saw that Hail Mary earlier this year with St. Augustine.
Just don't know if it's worth it, but we'll see what Mandarin's coaching staff cooks up for this play. I think they'll just try to get one of their playmakers in space, see if they can make something happen. Or they might just run it or knee it and get the half.
I'm still waiting on my second quarter hook and ladder. I say it every week when we get in these situations. Man, who's got the T-shirt gun? Because that thing is wild.
They've been shooting it up here. It's almost hit us a few times.
They shot one out of the stadium.
He's having fun, I'll tell you that. It's a teacher.
That teacher cannot be trusted with that weapon.
She's having a blast here tonight. St. Augustine.
Hey, we're up here.
Senior night, having some fun.
Stay away from the camera.
St. Augustine has wing go way deep just in case anything disastrous happens. St. Augustine a complete prevent defense.
And Mandarin, after the long timeout, just going to take a knee and take it to halftime. It's 14-14. This game living up to the hype through one. Send you back to the halftime break in our Whataburger Game of the Week.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com. Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it. Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The SJCC Band would like to thank the following virtuoso business sponsors for supporting our program: Old City Electric, BN Plumbing Service, Gibson Heating and Air. Thank you, Yellow Jacket fans, for being a great audience tonight. Let's give it.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee: courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick GMC. We are professional grade. If you need a quality play this football season at your home, call That One Painter First Coast. Locally owned and operated, experienced employees, no builder grade materials. And there's more, and for that we throw it to Noah Schlitzup. That One Painter First Coast can apparently help your kicking game too.
Well, after my failure on skinny sticks last year on Creekside game day, I've spent a lot of time out here at Creekside practicing my kicks. There's only one issue. How is that even possible? The good news is I know exactly who can help. That One Painter can handle all your painting needs, from field goal posts to cabinets to stucco. They got you covered. Though they may not be able to help with my kicking, they can certainly help with the posts. Call That One Painter First Coast today for all your painting needs at 904-495-1373.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Welcome back to St. Augustine High School and our Whataburger Game of the Week, Volume 1. We got 2 games in 2 days. This is the first of 2, and I'm telling you, Brody, St. Augustine and Mandarin has lived up to the hype thus far. Tomorrow, we've got Columbia and Bulls over in Lake City. But, man, this has been a great matchup so far. 14-14 at halftime, 7 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Brody, what are your takeaways so far from this game, starting off with the Mandarin Mustangs?
I'll start off by saying this real quick. I think it's everything we could imagine. This very high juggernaut, both teams very good football teams this year, practically both undefeated. Again, Mandarin lost to IMG, doesn't count. But yes, Mandarin playing some good football. I think they're running the ball better than St. Augustine. Their running backs running the ball very hard. Foster and Wilson doing some really good things in the backfield. And, Knox Annis stepping up when he needs to at times. Just that crucial turnover. It wasn't even his fault. The halfback's crucial turnover at the end is the big difference in this football game right now. We're talking about a 21-7 lead for Mandarin that could have been at half. Just got cut down to a tie ball game. Pretty much reset it at half. Both teams looking ready to play this half. But Mandarin playing some really good football defensively. Man-to-man coverage has been working for them for the most part until that last drive of the half. Got hit with some burners down there. Wingo making the play of the night.
Maybe of the year.
Maybe of the year. But, it's some good things for Mandarin.
Yeah, and for St. Augustine's side, we came into this game saying that they're the team that has to limit the mistakes. They've been the team that made more mistakes in this game and somehow they're still tied. What does this say about the Yellow Jackets and their chances in this game?
Any team coached by Coach Braddock is going to be a tough physical football team with a lot of resilience. So when they're getting down early and some big plays are happening, I know his players aren't going to bat an eye. They're going to look at their coach and they're going to respond well to the bad things and negative things that are happening. And so, I mean, that just showed there. They really didn't have a good first half in general, but towards that end, they really scrapped together. That Mandarin offense was driving, looking to score right before half, but then they got that major fumble. St. Augustine executed on a drive. They converted 2 fourth downs with some big plays at the end of that quarter. That 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, they took it down to, I think, 12 seconds before they got in the end zone. Really good drive by St. Augustine right there. They're doing some good things offensively. Running game is getting stopped for the most part, but other than that, they're really scrapping in the passing game. Mandarin doing a really good job covering those receivers, but St. Augustine also getting their blows back. It's really just shot after shot. It's going back and forth, very back and forth game. I expect this to go down to the wire, maybe even some OT action tonight here in St. Augustine.
Yeah, and the thing that stood out in this game is that fumble. That could be the thing we look back on at the end of this game and say that was the turning point. That was the thing that really drove this game to the result. And the one thing I'm watching right now, Bryson Wright has 1 catch in this game. He has not been much of a factor so far. What has St. Augustine done to defend him so far, and how does Mandarin get their star going?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really taken a big shot to him. Weiss has kind of been that has made that big play tonight, and they've targeted him a little bit more. I think they're going to start going to Bryson a little bit more this half. Not even a little bit more, a lot more. That's their guy right there, and they'll rally behind him. But Weiss has really been the key receiver for Mandarin early in this game, catching some hitch routes, making something happen after the catch, and then hitting that big ball in that first scoring touchdown drive for them. That's where Mandarin's been going. Their running game's been working very well. Weiss has been their guy so far, and Bryson Wright, they're just waiting to unleash him in the second half. I feel like he's going to get some more shots going down the stretch.
It is a chilly Thursday night out here at St. Augustine. Temperature now in the 50s, the wind gusting up into the 20s, and it has been a great night of football. It feels like football out here. We're in the final week of the regular season. Playoffs coming up. A lot on the line for both of these teams. Some score updates from around the area before we hand you back to commercial. Ed White and Baldwin, a good one at half. Ed White currently with a 22-21 lead. Middleburg leads North Marion by a score of 22-0. Nice over Beachside right now, 27-7 at half right down the road. And Reigns St. Augustine Reigns right now 23-0 over Atlantic Coast in the second quarter. Then at halftime, Ponte Vedra leading Creekside by a score of 10-0. The Thursday night Farazone Blitz will be starting up at 8:30 with Brent Martineau in the second half of our game of the week, starting in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Back after this break for the third quarter on Action Sports 24/7.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com. Burgers or breakfast, you can get it all at Whataburger. Try something new on the menu or an all-time favorite like the Whataburger Patty Melt.
And now you can have breakfast here at Whataburger 12 hours a day, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m. Menu items like the bacon taquito, sausage taquito, honey butter chicken biscuit. Whether you work the late night shift, just want a snack early in the morning to get your day started, or a little pick-me-up late in the morning, 12 hours a day, breakfast served, 11 p.m. until 11 a.m.
A dozen locations in Jacksonville. You can order pickup or delivery and download the Whataburger app. New rewards members get free Whataburger items when placing their first online order. Just download the app. And for us coffee drinkers, Whataburger has all new hot coffee and iced coffee too. Satisfy that coffee craving at Whataburger 24/7, and it comes in a variety of flavors. Burgers, breakfast, coffee, and so much more. Whataburger, just like you like it. Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to St. Augustine High School. Me and Noah having a blast up here in the booth. We got ourselves a barn burner coming in for the second half. 14-14 tied ball game. Just a lot of exciting football in that first half. What did you see in that first half, Noah?
Well, I tell you what, we are cold, but this game is hot, Brody. Close one going into the second half, 14-14. These two teams deadlocked. No team really seems to have an edge. There are times in that first half where you feel like maybe Mandarin is, sneaking away, have a bit of an advantage, but that fumble, you feel like really changed things going into the second half. And I'll leave the rest of the analysis to you from here on out. My job is to describe play-by-play. And the feeling in this stadium, Brody, full crowd, packed house. I tell you what, this is the coldest night of football we've had this season, and you cannot tell by the vibes out here at St. Augustine.
Yeah, dude, a lot of fun stuff going on. Adrenaline's running for both teams right now. They're very excited to go play this game going into it. And again, it's been everything we've been hoping this whole week.
And more.
And more.
And now we've still got another half of football to be played. 24 minutes of regulation to go between St. Augustine and Mandarin. St. Augustine will kick it away to the Mustangs to get this second half started. And here we go. Bryson Wright takes it in on the 16-yard line. He's running it back, 25-yard line. He's hit, brought down. The ball is out. The crowd is roaring. He was down, though.
Yeah, but I think they're already getting that pop because
that was a big
time tackle on Bryson Wright. Anytime for St. Augustine fans in here, they all know Bryson Wright. When anything type of negative goes on for him, the St. Augustine fans will cheer. Right there, it's a really good open field tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Mandarin will start the ball around the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Mustangs will take possession at the 25-yard line, first down.
We mentioned there in the halftime break, Bryson Wright hasn't been all that involved so far on offense, just that one catch on the opening drive. What do they need to do to open him up, free him up a little more in the second half?
Just give us some more, quick routes, hitches, out routes, in routes, see what they do.
They start with the screen to right, and he's got the first down and more. Bryson Wright up the sideline, still going, and he is out of bounds on the St. Augustine 41. That ball came out. He was celebrating and is out of bounds. In the end, a sigh of relief if you're the Mandarin Mustangs.
Yeah, really good job. Bryson Wright getting that screen route, turning upfield, breaking a tackle, dragging some tacklers at the end of that as well, getting out of bounds. Looked like that's why he was completely fine with the fumble because he was already out of bounds.
First down and 10 after the big play to Bryson Wright. You mentioned get it to him in those quick pass scenarios, and that's the first thing they do. And, man, did it work right there from the 25-yard line to the St. Augustine 41. First down and 10. Knox Annis looking again for Bryson Wright. Downfield. Incomplete. A lot of contact going both ways. And I think for that reason, no flag.
Yeah,
it looked like both, there's some pushing, maybe a pull there to keep from the interception.
I was more looking at the end of it, Bryson Wright tackling the defender who had a chance at the pick. If that was opposite way around, there might be a yellow flag on the field. But all in all, really good coverage by that DB right there. Bryson Wright stemmed inside, then bounced it right back outside for that fade ball and had some room. Just solid defense for that corner guarded Bryson Wright.
And it's changing the call at the line of scrimmage. Play clock expires. It hit 0. Normally you see a bit of a delay between the 0 and the flag. They threw that one fast.
Yeah, they did. And that one's going to be on Mandarin.
Technically, they got the call right there, but I feel like normally they give them like a split second to snap the ball. I feel like 9 times out of 10, there's no flag there.
Yeah. You know, a little bit weird right there, but it is what it is. Can't control what the refs do for if you're Mandarin right here. Starting behind the sticks on the second down. Got to cover some ground to have a chance at getting this first down.
Second down and 15 yards to go. Annis over the middle, looking for Wright, threw it high. That one, a dangerous pass. Could have probably been picked there by Makari Spencer.
Looked like an RPO play right there. It was drawn up perfectly. Bryson Wright's open on that slant route. He catches that. He's probably getting the first down and more. Just overthrew that ball. Annis needs to connect on that in that situation to, again, have a chance of getting this first down. Now they're third and very long.
You know what's wild? Only 35 seconds off the clock in the third quarter. We had the big play and incomplete passes. Third down and 15 yards to go now. Mandarin trying to get towards those sticks. Annis under pressure, rolling left, is hit and brought down. Mason Bean electrifies the crowd. There's a flag in the backfield. I think this is going to be holding and declined. And that is exactly the case. St. Augustine takes advantage there of the penalty and makes a stand on defense.
And Mason Beam is still celebrating. Very happy for that young man. You can tell how much energy he had getting up after that tackle. The crowd loved it too. Just a big-time play on third down. Knox Annis being an athlete again, extending that play, almost making something happen. Just really good pursuit by the St. Augustine defense.
There's some great energy out here. The roar after that tackle was wild. And that punt into the wind, and that's the reason it's a little short. And down on the St. Augustine 24-yard line. Probably could have let that one maybe bounce a little further. And now Yellow Jacket football. St. Augustine has not led in this game, but they've got a chance to do so here on this offensive drive.
Yeah, they do, and the run game hasn't been working too much for them in this football game. Just a few crucial conversions on the run game this so far on some short down and distances for like 3rd and 2 or 4th and 1. But other than that, they really just haven't ran the ball well. Let's see if they try to establish it more or keep going through the air, trying to make some pick plays happen with this man-to-man coverage of the Mustangs.
11:04 on the clock, just 56 seconds off the clock in that opening possession of the third quarter. Brenton James, the quarterback, starts it with the handoff and some space. First down and more. Preston to the 50. Preston down to the Mandarin 48.
Really good run by Darrell Preston. That's the biggest run for the Yellow Jackets tonight. What a time to have it. Really good execution right there for the O-line of St. Augustine and getting a big play to start this drive.
First down and 10. Back to Preston. Cuts it outside to the right, and a great tackle from behind by Mario Pratt.
That's a picture-perfect play for Pratt right there. He's the edge setter.
Second down.
Preston's, bouncing around the backfield. You don't know if he's going in the middle or going outside, and he makes that jump cut to the outside, and really good tackle right there by Pratt. Picture perfect. Great job by him.
Second down and 8 yards to go. James hands it off. Preston got some blocks, spins around, and there goes Darrell Preston again to the 31.
Another really solid run
right on the
Looks
stop
like
for the Mustangs.
this St. Augustine
First down,
O-line has got new life in them in this run game. They're blocking very well these past few plays. Preston making stuff happen.
Good halftime speech, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Noah.
.950 on the clock. Darrell Preston, just 1 yard on that carry. A little bit of a pushback from that Mandarin front seven after a couple big running plays.
For the Jackets for a short
Yeah,
gain.
Mandarin
They'll
definitely
bring up
not
a
liking
second
it.
down.
The way they've been just dominating this run defense, their run defense has been dominating in this game so far and knocking them out a few plays over and over again. They had enough. Pretty good stop right there on that first down. St. Augustine still looking to get the play.
Second down and 9. Comes set as an offense with 6 on the play clock. Play action. James up the right sideline, was looking for Santiago. Nothing was there.
Just excellent defense by Damian Bridges. He's
That's
getting
Tamaj Mitchell.
Oh, Tamaj Mitchell, my bad. Really good defense by Tamaj Mitchell. Don't know why I said that, but
Thinking of another
yeah, I'm just thinking of
Bartram
another
transfer. I think he wears number 7 too over in East, if I'm not mistaken.
Really good job by him. Just getting physical on the outside, forcing Santiago out of bounds. He didn't even have a chance at that ball. Even if he caught it inbounds, he was forced out of bounds. Just really good defense by Mitchell right there. They'll bring up a third down. St. Augustine, see what they try to do here. Do they test another Wingo shot down the sideline on Brody Jennings?
That's such a fun matchup there. 2 Miami commits going at it, both with similar sizes. Wingo 6'2", 180. Brody Jennings 6'1", 175. Both Hurricanes next year. They're one-on-one right now, the top of your screen. Third down and 9. Play action. Set up a quick pass outside, and there again to make a play is Keon Gator Herring. He is having himself a nice night.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job defending these flat routes, making sure they don't turn into anything bigger than what it needs to be. St. Augustine right there just throwing that flat route to make this fourth down a little bit more manageable for the offense. They definitely would have liked some more yards out of that. Just a really good defensive play for Mandarin.
Fourth down and 8, and the Yellow Jackets are going to go for it. They're on the Mandarin 29. Timeout, St. Augustine. They're going to talk things over, and you never want to spend a timeout this early in the third quarter. You feel like they think this could be a critical play right here.
Yeah, they do, and that makes me think they're going to draw up something we haven't seen yet tonight.
8:18 left to play the
Expect to see
third
some
quarter.
motioning on this
We are
play.
still
And
tied up,
Are you expecting
14-14.
trickery or just a different look?
just a different look, just motioning a receiver. If there's possible trickery, hasn't been any trickery in my head in this game so far. So it would be a crazy spot to do it on this fourth down, but I think they're just giving a different look and try something different. They've been running a lot of rub routes on the outside on this man coverage. I think they're going to try to go out there and get their best man beater to get 10 yards.
I tell you what, Brody, this has been such a fun matchup to watch. This St. Augustine offense versus this Mandarin defense specifically. I mean, this is a Mandarin defense. They've allowed 20 points just twice this season to IMG and Creekside are the two teams that put up 20 against them. And then this St. Augustine team, the least amount of points they've scored is 28 against Nice. These are two elite units, and it has been a fun battle to watch so far tonight. I mean, the last time this Mandarin team gave up 20 points was September 19th. Fourth down and 8. Brenton James rolling out to the right. Goes on a counter the other way, and Anderson's got it. Down inside the 10. That isn't Anderson. I think that's Dexter Baker who comes up and makes the play. It'll be first and goal.
He lined up at the tight end spot. I thought he might go to him in the seam up the middle of the field, but that's a play that's a call and drafts play right there. They roll out the QB to the right side, then throw it back to the drag. That's actually a drawn-up drafts play.
I don't think St. Augustine fans are going to like that comparison.
Stole.
I apologize on behalf of Brody McGuff.
I feel like he stole that from drafts.
No. First down and goal. Preston up the middle. So
5-yard line.
Preston on the carry for the Yellow Jackets. Second down coming up.
What a great play call in that spot, though. Nobody had any eyes on the tight end on that play. Rolled out Brent James to the right side, then threw it back. That's just a really hard play to defend if you're Mandarin.
Second and goal from the 5. Back to Preston. Tripped up down at the 3, and we've got third and goal coming from 3 yards out. You stick to the ground, Brody, or you maybe try to find one of your receivers?
I'd like to roll out Brent James to this right side, and if everything's covered up, just go run it. Have Wingo and Santiago running some routes towards the right side, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. They're going big. They're probably going to run it.
It's been a long drive here now within 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. James sets up, tries to get him to jump. Unsuccessful. Now 15 seconds on the play clock as they look to the sideline.
Haven't seen much of Brent James running the football tonight. Wonder if they give him the nod for a read option. He pulls it.
They give back to Preston, and he's going to be short of the goal line by about a yard. Now decision time, well within field goal range on the 1-yard line. St. Augustine's going for it. They won 6.
Yeah, they definitely won 6. See if they just run the same play.
One receiver wide on either side, everyone else bunched in. It's a shotgun formation. Preston, the running back. 2 tight ends. 4th down and goal. James takes the snap. Hands to Preston. Preston looking for the end zone. It's going to be close. Waiting on the signal. What's it going to be?
They say he is down.
They stopped him. It's a goal line stand for the Mandarin Mustangs.
Really good job for them to figure out how to get that stop in that situation. That's a tough task against the St. Augustine offense, but they just really won the battle up front and found a way to stonewall that run play.
That is pure physicality up there from that defensive line. Tough spot there. That's 3 carries from the 5-yard line and that defense stops them cold. Now, tough task for the offense. That ball is on the half-yard line.
Yeah, they're definitely going their big set. They got their physical back in there, Foster. Try to figure something out to get out of this backed up situation.
And they'll have a little more time to talk about it as we hit the third quarter water break. Back after these messages on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Mustangs are all tied up, 14-14.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy.
Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown!
Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
They ran it against me too my senior year.
First down and 10. Mandarin on their own half-yard line after the goal line stand. The student section at St. Augustine saying Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba was never played. They just started that chant. That's the first time I think I've ever heard that chanted at a game. There's 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. 14-14. Mandarin running the football, trying to get out of the end zone, and they do. They pick up a few yards to the 3-yard line. Big carry from Foster.
Yeah, really good job just getting out of the end zone and giving his offense some breathing room. I think they're just going to run it again as well. Still inside that 5-yard line. But again, that was a very good first play for the circumstances that Mandarin, for the cards that Mandarin was dealt.
Second down and 7 on their own 4. Bryson Wright One-on-one that right side. They go back to the ground game, trying to break through. Foster gets the first down. Back-to-back physical runs there.
Yeah, he shaked the St. Augustine defender.
Mason Bean on the stop for the Jackals.
Made something happen there. Roxanne is going to the sideline, getting the play call for this new set of chains. It's be a very impressive drive, and Mandarin goes 99 yards.
A long ways to go. 11 yards down, 88 yards to go. 1st and 10 on their own 12. Annis drops back to pass, looking for right, down the field, batted around and incomplete.
Great coverage right there downfield. Staying with Bryson Wright is not an easy task at any time. Ball was a little bit underthrown as well. Great play right there, and now St. Augustine starts to overrate a chance.
That's
not a good idea.
I don't know about that one.
But a big incompletion on that first down play.
Coach, we got 10 seconds.
There's one thing that student section is, they're confident.
Yeah, they are.
2nd down and 10. Foster up the gut. Good carry to the 18. I'll be a 6-yard gain. They've made a couple chants tonight where there's some guys you don't chant overrated to, because normally that comes back to bite you. And also chanted, I believe we will win, after a 3-yard punt was also a choice.
They're having fun.
They're having fun. That's what it's about. They're invested in the game.
That makes me laugh. Mandarin staying in his big set, though. One receiver and everybody else bunched in.
What can I say? I'm just a tough student section critic. Back up the middle with Foster. That's a 1st down to the 24-yard line.
Two stretches to the right side, back to back.
Just keep running it with him.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. He's not hitting that outside, but he's turned his foot, cutting his foot up the field and finding the gap around that B or C gap. Foster doing a really good job on the few runs he's had this drive.
This is the type of possession, too, that can melt a lot of time off the clock if it keeps going the way it is.
Early flag.
Way before the snap. The teams aren't even set yet. It's down around the 30-yard line. Interested to see what this is.
Sideline?
Right, talking to a player, I think. They're sending Markel Elmore off the field. Was he just ejected?
No, they just wove the flag. Just waved the flag off. I think they just needed to get him off the field for a play for some reason, maybe an equipment issue.
Cool him off, I think.
Yeah. He knows, but Mandarin gets out of that big set.
1st and 10. Trips to the left. Annis looks to pass. Pump fake. Rolling. Hit hard. 26-yard line is all he'll get.
Solid job by St. Augustine, doing some good coverage downfield. D-line trying to get to Annis, just having a hard time. When St. Augustine just rushes around their normal front 4 people, usually have a hard time getting that backfield, getting pressure on Knox Annis. Usually when they get pressure on him, it's through blitzes, through the linebackers.
He's showing off his mobility tonight.
Yes, he is. He's being a gamer tonight, just doing whatever he can to help his team win this football game.
2nd down and 8, 2:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. They hand it up the middle. Not much doing. It goes to the 29, maybe the 28. And now Elmore is hobbling off the field. A key player on that defense, that star position.
He's been blitzing a lot tonight and finding some success there. That's probably one of their best pass rushers in this game so far, and it's a major loss if he can't return for the St. Aug defense.
Wilder Naughton, I think, is going to slide in for him for the time being. And hopefully just a cramp
for Elmore. Leads the team in tackles for loss this season. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Rolling to the right. Annis. Let's go the pass. Finds Bryson Wright. Did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. Some toe drag swag on the 41-yard line. Bryson Wright with a nice catch.
Yeah, coming in a very clutch spot for this Mustangs offense. Big 3rd down coming up. That ball falls incomplete. They're going to have to punt it to St. Augustine's offense, but a really good job converting there.
Replay right there, and you can see he's just able to get that foot in.
Got that ISO camera on him.
I think that's our first replay of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Really taking it to the next level. First and 10. Foster picks up a modest gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Feels like every time Foster gets the ball, he's you know he's physical and all that, but he's always falling forward, getting those extra 1 to 2 yards, which is very important. Nice little run right there. And again, the playbook is wide open for Mandarin right here.
St. Aug brings pressure, fighting his way through it and picking up the 1st down through a big hit is Aiden Owens. Running off the field, I think that
Aiden Owens on the carry.
Markel Logan lost a shoe. 1st and 10 Mandarin on the St. Augustine 48. A reminder, this drive started on the half-yard line. Annis, a bullet to right. And they're halfway there after that 1st down play. It'll be 2nd and 5. And we'll see if Mandarin wants to run another play before the 4th. They're in no hurry right now. They move up to the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds on the clock. Now down to 3. There's the snap. Running to the left side with Owens. And he's down at the 41-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 Mandarin, a tie game when we come back for the 4th quarter in our Whataburger game of the week.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Hey, he says he can't get on Unity because his phone is almost
It'll be
dead.
3rd down Mandarin. On the St. Augustine 41-yard line. "12 minutes to play in regulation. We're knotted up after 3. They start with the run. 3rd down. It's going nowhere. A loss of a yard. They went to Kyrie Wilson, and now it's decision time on 4th and 4, Brody.
Big time stop right there on that 3rd down for St. Augustine's defense.
It'll bring up a 4th down.
Looked like there was no yards gained on that play, and now Mandarin going to the drawing board to figure out how they can get this 4th down. Obviously, you're looking at one on these big downs, but Weiss has been quiet in the second half so far. He played a major role in that first one.
This crowd is loud. And it's a timeout, Mandarin. I tell you what, Brody, we've been in a lot of great environments this season. Haven't felt energy quite like this.
Yeah, there's just a certain feeling in the air for this big-time game tonight. St. Augustine fans really showed out.
Everyone from the band, the student section, the general admission section making a lot of noise. Getting up, getting loud on 4th down. Some exciting football coming up down the stretch.
Yeah, there is. Seen a lot of good football so far. Big 4th down coming up, though. Mandarin, yeah, I think they got to go through the air here. I think St. Augustine was looking for pressure when they lined up there. Got out of it. Wingo was head up on Bryson Wright, just very far off. They line up like that again. If Wingo's that far off again on Wright, I think they'll take that shot to Wright, get to the sticks, get that 1st down.
4th down and 4. Mandarin gonna go for it. 11-13 to play. 14-14. Here we go. Annis over the middle. Off the hands of Bryson Wright. A big-time stop by the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, really good job right there.
I mean, what a moment in this game.
Bryson Wright working on Wingo right there. He was open on the slant. Just looks like he overshot him a little bit. Maybe Bryson Wright just couldn't haul that one in. Big misconnection right there, and St. Augustine has a chance to take a lead in this football game.
Pick up circle at the front of the high school. Once again, please call or text your ride to let them know.
Can feel the energy in this place right now. 1st down and 10. St. Augustine, 11:07 to play. They get the ball back, and there's Preston finding the edge. Preston past the 40, and he's brought down by the face mask.
2 flags coming down on that one.
Preston on the carry for a 1st down Jacket.
This is going to be Yellow Jacket football up inside the 30-yard line, inside the 25. There is the face mask call. First and 10 Yellow Jackets on the Mandarin 26. 10:57 to go.
Not contested, so I guess Jacket fans.
St. Augustine has not led in this game.
The number that was called earlier, the individual
fell a half a yard short last time on 4th down of the end zone.
Hopefully you still have your tickets available.
They give it back to Preston. Brought down from behind. Nice tackle by Bryson Wright. There's a flag on the play, and a St. Augustine player with his helmet off. It looks like the flag is going to be for holding against the Yellow Jackets. That's Reed Bray coming off the field. He'll have to miss a play.
You are now the winner of a 55-inch Sharp Roku HD TV.
It'll be 2nd down and, 1st down and 20 after the holding penalty. Two left, one right. One-on-one is Wingo. Rolling left, James, let's go of a pass. Wow.
Big time.
I am shocked.
Yeah, they missed that one. Definitely arrived early on that play, Bryson Wright.
Emotions, I get it, running high down on the field, but Mandarin just got away with that one.
Yeah, they did.
The TV has
That's going to bring up a 2nd down and very long for the St. Augustine offense. Bryson Wright, a very physical football player on defense. People don't talk about that enough. But right there, just a little early. But no flag on the play.
2nd down and 20. Play action. James with time, gets rid of it to Wingo. Incomplete.
Brody Jennings has been doing a really good job all night, matching up with Wingo on the outside.
We'll bring up a 3rd down for the Jackets.
Big time incompletion on that second down right there. And now St. Augustine scrambling for a way to put a dent in this yardage to get to a fourth down that is manageable for their offense to get a first down. Mandarin's DB's just been playing some lights-out coverage all night. Few big plays here and there, but other than that, just some really good coverage by these DBs working in man-to-man.
Third and 20, and that's a flag. St. Augustine spent their second time out to avoid the delay of game. So now, 10:30 to go, there's a big advantage for Mandarin. I think they got all 3 timeouts, whereas St. Augustine just the 1 remaining.
Yeah.
And tight game like this, that's huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. And right there, it's just a really bad time for their offense to have some pre-snap problems right there, and Braddock had to burn one. Tell he's not happy about that, but now they got to make the best of this timeout, see if you could draw up a good play right here, maybe something across the middle to go make a play downfield.
Third down and 20. I mean, at this rate, do you maybe just take the delay of game on third down and 20 rather than burning that timeout?
I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly worth it either, but big time play coming in here.
They're still pressing those corners on third down and very long. James over the middle, caught by Wingo. Wingo's got the first down inside the 10. Samoria Wingo into the end zone. It's a 33-yard touchdown on third down and 20 yards.
Wingo's been making it happen all night, making plays when he needs to. Right there, he goes across the middle. Look at him catching that football, breaking a tackle, finding a way to just pick a lane and get in the end zone. That's vintage Wingo for you in a clutch moment. He shows up about every time.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments, and that is exactly what number 1 did right there. The extra point is up and good, and St. Augustine has their first lead of the football game at 21-14 after that touchdown brought to you by Bono's Pit Barbecue, real pit barbecue since 1949. Other sponsors of tonight's broadcast, Donato's Pizza, Jaguars Prep, Baker Sports, that one painter First Coast, that painter you need, we are the one.
That's a big-time play on 3rd and 20, by the way. Wingo getting across the middle, Brett James putting it where it needs to be. Getting rid of that ball where he needed to. It's a really good job by St. Augustine, just finding out somehow to not only get that first down, but to get in the end zone.
I don't know how much you can hear the crowd and the speakers during the breaks, because we are having some issues with the crowd mic before the game. But it has been loud in here all night. These fans have come to play.
Yes, they have. And again, just a really good football matchup tonight. And the fans are just very excited about this football game, and it showed in these big plays.
Following the touchdown, there's the kick. Takes a hop, brought in by Will Jones at the 20. Advances the ball 3 yards to the 23, and that's where the Mustangs take over. 10 minutes and 14 seconds to play. They've had a couple big plays. That last drive was moving pretty well there until it stalled out past midfield, but they've got to put it together on this drive.
St. Augustine's defense tonight's been a bend but don't break defense. I mean, they usually let up the first down, let them pick up a few first downs actually, but they just always find a way to somehow stone it at the end. Have been doing a really good job of that tonight, just scrapping their way to get this Mandarin offense off the field. But Mandarin's been moving the ball really good. They have the pieces, they just got to put it together.
It's been a really impressive performance by a St. Augustine defense that has had their struggles at times this year. They got to put 48 minutes together, though. And there's a big-time stop. Kyrie Wilson
behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Just a really big play in a big spot right there. Mandarin been having a lot of success running between the tackles. Wilson tried to bounce it outside. It seemed like just Hornets everywhere or Yellow Jackets everywhere making a play.
They're swarming in that backfield.
Yeah, they were.
Ennis over the middle. It's Tion Weish. Weish past the 45-yard line to the 46.
There he is, been quiet since the first half. I think that's his first catch of this second half, and that's a big spot to have one. 2nd down behind the sticks. They hit Weiss across the middle. Makes it a big play in a big spot, and giving the Mandarin Mustangs a first down.
First and 10. Ennis under pressure, rolling out left. Let's go of a shot, out of bounds. You can see that team, they break through the line. We've seen it on this drive as well, that pursuit in the backfield. That's something the St. Augustine defense really puts an emphasis on. That's their identity. They want to be strong in the football. They want to tackle as a team, strong in their pursuit. They work as a unit. You think, like a swarm of hornets, a pack of wolves, a pod of dolphins. They work together as a unit, and pursuit is what they pride themselves on.
Yeah, they swarm to the ball like no other defense. They might not be the best at times and letting up some big points this season, but they give you effort, and they'll give you it for 48 minutes.
Ennis steps up, he's hit, and he's down!
St. Augustine just putting the pieces together as this fourth quarter goes on. The offense gets in the end zone, takes the lead, and now the defense stepping up in a big moment. Mandarin backed up on a big 3rd down, 3rd and what seems about 17, 18 yards. Now here goes the Mo Bamba at St. Augustine. This place is rocking. Listen to this.
The stadium pulse is through the roof. 3rd down and 18. The crowd making noise. Ennis lets one go. He's got his running back, Foster. Foster fighting towards that 1st down marker. He's a couple yards shy, but that is a big play on 3rd and 18, quieting these fans.
What a play call by the offense coordinator for the Mustangs. Making everybody think they're going to go deep, spreading it out, but then hitting Foster on the flats. Looked like some type of screen route. St. Augustine did not account for him, and that's a big-time play to get them in a 4th and very manageable. Get it from 3rd and 17, 18 yards to a 4th down and under 5. Extremely impressive.
It looked like they made him just kind of slip through on a delayed route. Left him wide open, and now 4th down and 2. 7:57 to go. A huge 4th down. Timeout. Toby Bullock is not happy, and the Mustangs spend a timeout.
They put one of their D linemen on there in a big package. Just trying to go big. It looked like they were looking for a run play there. I wonder if they still go for it. I mean, that's a long 3 to 4 yards right there. It's not an easy task against the St. Augustine defense, who's come alive in this second half.
This is a huge moment in this ball game coming up. 4th down and 2. We've seen St. Augustine clamp down a little bit on the running plays this drive, but you feel like that's kind of where Mandarin has to go here.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like it, but honestly, I think a running game is just you're relying a little bit too much on things to go right. I feel like you just get it in the hands of Knox Annis, maybe roll him out in the pocket.
And the other thing to watch right now, Bryson Wright, not on the field. He's been, looks like that hamstring's been bugging him here. They're without their top receiver right now.
He was in on that 3rd down play. He is not out here on this 4th down play, though.
4th down and 2. Annis Hands to Foster. He's got the first down. Foster's got some more inside the 40-yard line.
Big time play right there. Very clutch by the Mandarin O-line to get some blocks from Foster to make some way down that left sideline and make a play on 4th down. And now Mandarin still got their offense of drive alive.
First down and 10 now on the St. Augustine 36. 7:49 to play. Mandarin trailing for the first time this game. They go back to Foster, who trips up and falls down around the 32.
Got me nervous for a second. That was a weird cut in the way he fell. Glad he's okay. Still no Bryson Wright, though. Dealing with an injury on the sideline. That'll be a major loss in this 4th quarter for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's being looked at right now by the trainers with his helmet off. I saw him earlier after that catch he had on the sideline come up, grab his hamstring a bit. You just hope he's all right. Foster, going to be a couple yards shy of the first down marker.
So Foster on the carry for the Mustangs. Just short of the first down.
Third down and 2, and there's a Mandarin player down on the field.
There is an injured Mustang on the field.
And that is the running back, Shawnquez Foster, who's been having himself a very good night. You hate to see it.
Hope he's all right.
And we're going to step away for an injury timeout.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Good news is Foster able to walk off the field under his own power, so you hope just a little banged up there coming out of the play and good to return. He's been having a very good night. We'll see if that maybe changes things. He's been their big back on 3rd down and short situations. Now 3rd and 2, it's Kyrie Wilson, the running back. Annis hands to Wilson, goes up the middle, breaks through for a first down. Clock stays running, 6:55 to go. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Mandarin leaning on that running game. It's been pretty solid for them throughout this whole night. And the biggest moment of this game, or in the biggest moments of this game for Mandarin, they're leaning on it, staying in that big package, only one receiver on the field.
They're quick to the line of scrimmage. Annis hands the left side. Wilson hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down.
St. Augustine's defense at the same time having some scrappy plays.
They needed that.
They're doing a lot better this half defensively. Getting that back in the backfield, making sure he doesn't get too many yards. It's a good pursuit right there for the Yellow Jackets. Bryson Wright is back on the field.
Great news there for Mandarin and the sophomore receiver. He's in the slot on the right side. They go back to the ground. Wilson drives forward to the 14. It's a 6-yard carry. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Big 3rd down coming up, and I think they're just going to run it because I think they're going 4-down territory. I don't see them settling for 3 on this drive. They're doing a really good job running the football on this drive, though. Wilson came in for Foster since he's got hurt, and he's been popping off some big runs, keeping his running game going.
Pretty heavy box as they hand it off. Wilson close to the first down. He's got it. Kyrie Wilson stays moving, and a flag way after the play. We'll see who this is against. For either side, not what you need.
Big spot to have a flag in.
One that's definitely in your control after the play.
personal foul, and that goes against Mandarin. It'll still be a first down, but it'll back him up 15 yards. And now you end up further behind than when you started your last set of downs.
Yeah, it's definitely not good for Mandarin in their offense. Big time flag right there as both teams go to their sidelines and talk it over. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play in this half.
Some score updates from around the area. A close one going on between Baldwin and Ed White. 35-28 with 6:23 to play. Our last update. What a matchup that is. And surprisingly, some more defense being played in that game than we thought probably would be.
Yeah, I said the over-under in points was like 130. That's going to miss.
Well, 130 is a bit of a stretch as is. I'd say 100 is a good over-under for that.
I remember I said
100.5.
I said something similar to that. Like I think I said 120 for a game of Ed White's, and they hit on that one.
They did.
So you just never know with both those offenses. But yeah, you're right. That's a low-scoring game in that world. It really is. It really is. I would have thought it'd be like 60 to 70 right now.
But boy, do we have a good one going on right here. 21-14, Mandarin down for the first time tonight. They've got the football with 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play, and it's on the St. Augustine 24. Knox Hannes drops back to pass. Let's go of a shot to Tion Weiss. It's caught! It's a touchdown, Mustangs! And a PAT will tie it up.
Yeah, that's Weiss working on Wingo. Miami can make playing a little bit of both sides tonight, playing some corner, and Weiss just been playing an electric game tonight. He's been coming in when they needed him most for Mandarin. That boy is a speedster, and just what a ball by Knox Hannes, putting it on the money on that back pylon on the right side. All in all, really good play for Mandarin. And with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter, that's a lot more ball game than we would expect.
And again, 2 timeouts for Mandarin, 1 for St. Augustine. The PAT is good, and we're back even, 21 apiece. The Mandarin Mustangs fired up. Tion Weiss again making an electric play. And again, a great ball there by Knox Hannes for the 24-yard passing touchdown. Brody McGuff, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play. An electric atmosphere, a cold night, tie ball game between two of the best teams in the area. What more could you ask for on a Thursday night?
Maybe a little bit of OT tonight. It's a tie ball game right now.
I tell you what, none of the coaches around us would like for that to happen.
As a fan, would love to see it. Both teams again.
We're here for the entertainment of the game.
I think it's very unique that, St. Augustine, when they scored last, they're backed up in 3rd and long in a very tough situation, 3rd and 20 from what I remember, and they scored a big pass and played a Wingo. And then when Mandarin's in the same situation, they do the same thing and scored a big pass and play to Weiss. Just some very back-and-forth battle going on tonight. Defense, offense, the whole 9 has happened in this football game.
A flag on the kick. Back him up 5 yards. They'll kick again. I tell you what, Brody, this is my first year as an unaffiliated broadcaster. And my favorite part about not being invested in a team is being able to really enjoy these tight games without having a heart attack.
Yeah, last year would be, just
I feel sympathy for those who have to go through the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster. But for me and you out here, we're loving every second of it.
Yeah, we're having a blast. And yes, being not emotionally invested in a football team is nice. We just get to go watch some good football and just call it how we see it. As in last year, we're just pretty much a fan just telling you what's going on.
And enjoy some great football
Yeah.
on a Thursday night.
Thursday night lights, baby.
They go back to the sky kick. Landing zone around the 25, which brought in Anderson on the run back. Still hasn't been hit as he crosses the 30, picks up some blocks, and gets to the 39.
Trendell Anderson with the return.
Trendell Anderson, the speedster.
Stop made by Douglas for
and out comes the St. Augustine offense. They took the lead on their last possession. What do they have in store here?
On the water is St. Augustine's waterfront.
See if they go back to Preston in that ground game. See if they can keep working with that. That's what sparked their last drive. Mandarin just You know they're going to be ready to stop this run in the beginning of this drive. These first few plays are going to be about who's more physical.
First and 10, James hands off to Preston, and a tackle for loss. Ratliff in the backfield. He falls forward to the line of scrimmage. The senior linebacker making the play.
Solid play by the linebacker, too, getting in the backfield. Not in the backfield, around the line of scrimmage, and making a big-time tackle. Bring up a 2nd and 9 for the St. Augustine offense.
Is proud to support our community. Visit DSNF.
They give him 1 yard, 2nd and 9. James, clean pocket, making more time, rolling right, and it is shy of Julio Santiago. It'll be 3rd down and 9, 4:23 to play.
St. Augustine's O-line doing a good job of giving some time and
Pass intended for Julio
giving him the
Santiago,
opportunities to
incomplete.
read a
That'll bring
field
up a 3rd down
and move out the
for
pocket if he
the
needs to at the end of it.
It's what they call a coverage sack right there.
Yeah, that's really what it was. Brett James didn't see anything downfield, threw in the dirt towards Wingo, didn't want to give Brody Jennings a chance of picking that off.
Locally owned and operated since
3rd down and 9. Smith and Anderson on the left. Wingo and Santiago on the right. James scans the field over the middle. Dropped by Anderson.
Pass intended
It's a
for
major-
Would have had a first down. He felt Jarrell Stevens approaching.
Major drop in that situation right there. It's a big-time stop for the Mustangs defense. That's a 3 and out right there. Really good job.
And now they got a kick to Bryson Wright.
And golf courses worldwide, and is a proud sponsor.
See how Bryson Wright can
of
move
the Yellow
after
Jackets.
that minor hamstring injury earlier. It seemed like hamstring.
Helping
We're not
families
exactly
find their
sure.
home in paradise. When you're ready to buy or sell, call
4 minutes and 18
Call
seconds to play.
Salon.
Mandarin plays this right and march down the field here. St. Augustine just 1 timeout left as there is a flag.
Court Services specialize in construction, resurfacing, repair,
Goes against
and
St. Augustine,
refurbishing
another
of a
flag on
variety
special
of sport
teams.
courts and running tracks throughout the southeast
Seen a few of
United
those so
States.
far tonight from the Yellow Jackets. But you look at what Mandarin can do here. If they can kill some clock, get a score on the board, this is a tough spot for St. Augustine if they can execute. The punt is away. Line drive brought in at the 37. Bryson Wright breaks a tackle. Running left. Bryson Wright has some space. Keeps on going. Still on his feet. Bryson Wright. An electric return inside the 25.
Bryson Wright coming in a big-time moment right there.
Mustangs first
St.
down.
Augustine kicked it right to him in the middle. Look at him rolling out right there. Just running by all the St. Augustine defenders, almost breaking that tackle to maybe possibly getting that end zone, but just a last-second trip up for Bryson Wright. If that doesn't happen, he's in the end zone, and the Mustangs are dancing.
4:01 to play. It'll be 1st down and 10, Mandarin football. They've got their momentum back, and they've got the ball on the Yellow Jacket 23. We're geared up for a great finish. Knox Annis hands the ball off to Foster, and he breaks through. Jaquez Foster to the house.
Yeah, just a run to the left side. Good blocking up front for the Mustangs. Matching up on that St. Augustine, making sure they don't get those spillers in the backfield, blocking very well. Foster finds a way to get in the end zone after being hurt earlier. Big time play for Mandarin, and now the Mandarin fans chant a little Duval over there.
His first play back after leaving with an injury is a 24-yard touchdown run. 23-yard touchdown run. And Mandarin back on top with the lead, and 3:53 to play. The PAT is good. There's a flag. Holding against Mandarin.
Looks like they're going to have to re-kick.
And from 10 yards further back. No longer a gimme.
Very rarely is a holding call on a PAT.
A little bit of a late flag, too.
Yeah.
Mandarin coaching staff next to us seem to agree with the call.
It's a big-time extra point right here.
From 30 yards out. And Medovich, it's being run now. Malik Morrison is hit. And that could be huge. Now instead of 7, it's a 6-point game as Mandarin gonna kick the football back to St. Augustine with 3:53 to play.
So there's some good things out of that for St. Augustine. One, Mandarin scored quick, so they got plenty of time to go downfield and put together a drive. Then right there, missing that PAT is major for them if they do get the touchdown. But I also will say St. Augustine had some scares of missing some PATs as well tonight. Some low kicks coming through those uprights. Some weird knuckleballs going in there. Big time drive coming up.
Both sides of the stadium are making noise. I wish you could all be here with us right now. What a night, what a game, and still 3:53 to go.
St. Augustine High School Athletics would also like to give a big thank you to the following: Evans Automotive, Church on the Rock.
Both sides with energy right now. Mandarin gets the touchdown in the lead. St. Augustine a little life after being able to convert on the PAT. Now the kickoff. And it'll be St. Augustine football around their own 29. So out trots the Yellow Jackets offense. Brody, what are they looking to do here on this drive with not too much time remaining on the clock?
They started most drives with the runs, but I think it's time to not run that on first down. Go through the air here, see if you can get something early, get the momentum rolling for the drive. Brent James, very smart QB. He's been playing like a point guard tonight, distributing very well. Let's see what St. Augustine has in store.
First down and 10. James feeling the heat. He's brought down at the 25. There is a flag. We'll see if it stands.
Keyshawn Douglas on the shot for the Mustangs.
It's a big-time flag.
And it's holding against the offense. That's declined. It'll be second down and 14 yards to go. And that's just this secondary for Mandarin doing a phenomenal job not giving James anywhere to go.
I'm just surprised he hasn't scrambled more tonight with this man coverage. If it's blanketed, there's no, and he can get out that pocket. He's got a lot of space to work with.
James gets it batted and intercepted. Israel Henry takes it away.
Pass was deflected.
Israel Ratliff.
Intercepted by the Mustangs. There is a flag on the play.
And it's Mandarin football.
It's a big
on
time,
the 24.
Big time play and a big time moment. There is a flag on the field. Some chatter going back and forth after that play.
Israel Ratliff has had himself a nice game tonight. Comes away with the interception. And now a big chance for Mandarin to put this one away.
St. Augustine's down to one timeout. Burnt 2 in this half already.
Personal foul after the play, backs him up to the 39. Gotta imagine they're running the football now and they're running that clock.
Oh yeah, they got their big set in. Keon Weiss out wide. Don't see them throwing it to him here. They're going to try to run it these 3 downs, get this first down, and get out of here.
They hand to Owens. And there's the first big tackle there. Owens, some extracurriculars after the play. It's going both ways, but I think this one is going to end up going probably against William Eichner of Mandarin.
No one's going to carry for the Mustangs. Flags on the play.
As a personal foul against the Mustangs. They called it on both sides, which I think is fair.
Yeah, it was pretty back and forth right there. It's been a lot more jawing in this fourth quarter than there has been the rest of the game.
Emotions are high, and you can't shoot your team in the foot by letting them get the best of you. So they'll run first down again. 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. It's actually second down. And whistle on the field. They do confirm it is second down. This has been a wild back and forth game. Haymakers being thrown by both sides, some big time plays. Mandarin with a couple first downs can finish this off. They get back to Owens. Owens spinning around, still driving forward. Owens picks up a first down.
Aiden Owens on the carry, where he's met by a swarm of yellow
That's
jackets.
an angry run right there.
Yeah, that's a major dagger right there. Game is not over. They still need to pick up another first down, but
St. Augustine has one timeout to work with. If they get another first down, this one's over. And Mandarin is going to use every second they can on that clock, trying to serve St. Augustine their first loss of the season. First and 10. Owens. Stopped with his forward progress at the 24. See if they place him at the 24 or the 25. 24-yard line. It'll be second down and 7. 1:54 to go. Still no timeout from St. Augustine.
St. Augustine front seven just trying their butts off to slow down this run game, but Mandarin just too big up front. They just keep powering through these broken tackles and pushing piles.
You got to think they're trying to punch that ball out too as hard as they can. Get a turnover. 90 seconds to play. They go back to Owens. He's swallowed up. It'll be third down and 5. Still no timeout.
I think Mandarin keeps it on the ground here and keep that clock rolling. Or will that St. Aug would use that timeout if Mandarin doesn't get this first down.
Third down coming up for the Mustangs.
A first down finishes this game.
Still staying in that big package. Everything's looking like this is going to be a run play.
They hand it off to Wilson. Wilson is close to the first down. I think he got it.
Wilson on the carry forward. The Mustangs stopped by the Jackets.
Yes, they do. And the Mandarin Mustangs are going to walk into St. Augustine and come away with a 27-21 victory.
What a big-time game that was. Mandarin, I still think, needs to run another play, and they get a flag for celebrating early.
It's not going to matter.
It does not matter. This game is over. What a hard-fought win for the Mustangs. Battled through that second half adversity, got down early. St. Augustine kept that lead for a little bit. Mandarin just executing a little bit better at the end and making that final big play with that interception, that batted ball at the line of scrimmage, capitalizing on that interception, picking up the first downs when they needed to. a really good football game we watched here tonight, Noah.
Hard-fought battle between two heavyweights in the Jacksonville area. And in the end, Mandarin is going to come away with the victory and a huge jolt of energy going into the playoffs. We'll see if they're able to jump Buchholz in the rankings. That's going to be tough. But man, what a contest and what a night.
It's a great night, man. This is everything you wanted as a viewer. Just back and forth all night. Mandarin finding a way to stay on top.
They showed a lot of fight tonight, a lot of grit.
Both sides really did, but Mandarin just the stronger team at the end of the day.
And they executed extremely well. As best as I've ever seen a Mandarin team execute tonight.
I agree.
Limited their mistakes, and they'll knee it down for a victory over the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets. What a contest tonight in the Thursday Night Lights. Both of these teams gearing up for what they hope to be long playoff runs. And it was a joy to bring this action to you live on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. We'll be back at it tomorrow night as we travel to Lake City for Columbia and Bulls in our second game of the week on Action Sports Jacks 24/7. But for now, me and Brody going to give our voices a little bit of a rest. And we'll see you tomorrow night for our second Whataburger game of the week. But for now, I'm for Chandler Dantzler, Daniel Hawk, Brody McGuff, I'm Noah Schlicksup, signing off, saying see you next time here on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.